Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's watch the Ottomans implode in the Purple Phoenix campaign for Europa Universalis IV. So, I'm glad that we had them rebel. They've now occupied 3 provinces. That's funny. I find it hilarious, actually. Okay, we just lost another guy, the Diplo guy. And now we don't have access to a level 1 person. Fortunately, we're doing pretty well with diplomatic power. And of course we have 100 power projection because always conquering provinces from the rivals is very good. Okay, our truce is over. The Ottomans just embargoed us back. Now we still haven't really. I mean, we cored this land, but we're really no closer to making it safe, good land. It's going to take a long time for it to go down. If we were to attack the Ottomans right now, we could, well, we should just do it. I mean, just to keep hitting them when they're down. They have no men, still. They have literally no army at all. So we can just march in and siege everything again. Make them release stuff. I think we do that. We'll just make them release nations this time. We'll spend a few diplo points to do that. And these Protestant zealots might head to our territory. Ooh, Castile has a regency. A 5-year-old. 10 years of regency. I wonder if that's going to affect... Oh, no. It might. I mean, if we could get their prestige down, they might lose control of Aragon and Naples. Should backstab them. They haven't really helped me at all. I feel no sense of obligation to them. This next loan is due in 2 years, so there's really no risk in paying it back yet. We could do the marketplace. Sorry, the trade depot first. So if we declare a reconquest war, we get reduced cost for full annexation. But that doesn't help us because we can't take it. It's their capital. If we do this one, we could take Sidon down here. But I don't really want Sidon. Unless that would somehow form a gap, like, maybe it would, actually, maybe, you know what it might be? These are considered distant overseas, maybe, because it's 1 sea zone, 2 sea zones away, where here, they share a single sea zone. Maybe that's what the new mechanic is. So that makes me think, well, if Cyprus is not considered distant overseas, what if we did have No. Dumyat shouldn't be considered distant overseas then, because it's on one same... Curse you, game, for not making any sense ever. I think what we do is we actually go for the embargo war, the trade war, because that has reduced cost for returning and releasing nations and stuff. And I can never remember which one it is, if it's the trade conflict one. No, the other one's just better. But it's based on battles. We'll only probably win 1 battle, because they're only going to have a tiny navy. But I think that's what we go for. We revoke our embargo. We've opened up our ports to their provinces. They're going to maintain their embargo almost definitely. Hey, Bosnia has switched to Protestant. Great! There goes all of our religious unity. Curse you, game. At least it doesn't cause revolt risk. Intolerance. Why are we so intolerant? We should be tolerant of other faiths. We're incredibly tolerant of the true faith, but not quite so tolerant of other people. Look at that, they've occupied 4 provinces now. What happens if Ottoman peasants enforce demands? Byzantine peasants. Type of government changes to noble republic. Apparently the Ottomans want to become a noble republic, because they're not trying to stop this. Alright, we can call France in, we might as well. Trade dispute now gives us reduced cost for... Oh no, it doesn't. Claim revocation's reduced. Money is cheaper. I mean, I do like the prestige. And we do need some prestige. Is there no CB that we can get that would give us reduced cost for returning cores? Or releasing nations? Okay, well we're gonna do this one. We'll almost definitely have some rebellions. Okay, Algiers joined. So they re-allied Algiers. You can always break that alliance again. Okay, we got a little bit of prestige there. 5 Navy tradition for that. And does that count as a battle? Yeah, it does. So that might be our only battle. We're gonna ignore the peasant-occupied territory for now. And then just see if it's possible to... It's going to be interesting if they turn into a noble republic. I wonder if... Will we end up getting a cast a spell? Don't we, Which one is it that gives you the permanent CB against other government types? It's not this. Big wars going on up north. Another wiped navy. Another 5 tradition. Awesome. We really should probably... Where'd these peasants go? They're down there in Karaman. Alright, let's move up there and we will go down here. I want to take all the ships that aren't light. So we'll let the lights continue to patrol because I think they'll be safe. Yeah, there's no navy on the other side. We'll take these guys and go blockade. I mean, they're asking me to carpet siege them right now by not having any navy or army. And we can get discipline +5 and, most importantly, forced march, which is amazing. Yes, please. This also now allows us to choose policies. We can add the Underhanded Diplomacy Act. So it doesn't say here that I can't turn it off. Let's just add it and see what happens. Okay, it says it here. It has to be active for at least 10 years before it can be redacted. So basically, we're going to spend 1 military point per month, which is 12 per year, so 120 military points for diplomatic... Yeah, we don't need that right now. If we really needed the diplomatic reputation for something, we could get it, though, which is pretty cool. Okay, right. We want the trade depot. Crimea is going to beat up Georgia. Support for dissidents abroad. They're most likely lying. So lose money in favor of pissing off Algiers. I think we just decline. I don't want to spend money on that. I want to use the money for buildings and armies and infrastructure. So we got a ticking war score working for us already. The Ottomans just seem to have given up. They're just like, well, why build an army? We have 33,000 manpower, but let's just not. Let's just become a republic. I mean, do you think that the AI is actually trying to become a republic right now? We should become a republic. Should totally do it. Sounds like fun. Croatia insulted us. Well, I had meant to keep on working on this. We've already improved relations quite a bit. They want my provinces. It's going to make them kind of hard to annex, isn't it? Actually, this is pretty much as high as I can get them, as far as opinion goes. Well, that stinks. Maybe they'll stop wanting my provinces if I stay friendly with them for a while. Sidon is occupied by Yemen. That's going to allow us, if they take that, that'll just allow us to have a single war against Yemen to take all three, eventually. These poor peasants. You know, they've been fighting for years. 5 years at least. They're down to 2,200 men. They can barely support to keep their cavalry alive. But with 4 provinces occupied, they've got to be close to enforcing demands. I wonder if there's any way that I can see how close they are. Our siege speed is 29 days. Looks like they got rid of their advisor, the one that gave them 25% bonus. And yet they have a lot of power projection somehow. Notice how they have 10% increased defense from power projection. We have 10% increased fort defense. So they're at 100 power projection, even though they are getting their asses completely kicked. Who understands it? It's not possible to understand it. We want to give these guys a wide berth, though. Because if they... Oh man, look at that. They're down to 140 regiment, 140 men now. I think they just assaulted. Why would you do that? That doesn't seem wise at all. And since we are not trying to put down rebellions and there's no real risk in sieging right now, I think we will lower maintenance for a bit. Try to build up a little tiny bit of money. Yeah, you have no ability to reinforce, and now you can't finish your siege. Nice. Another one got converted. So Silistria, without the 2% advisor to help in speed this up, it's going to take 10 years. Actually, more like, what, 12 years. It's a long time to spend paying for a missionary. Increasing the revolt risk, reducing the income. I mean, the cost of a missionary is not just this missionary maintenance. It's also the fact that the increased revolt risk reduces income. I mean, we are making a tiny bit of money from it right now, but we'll make no money from it if we try to convert. Oh hey, we've gained the Trade Protection CB against Poland. Hunt down the privateers that harm your trade. Blockade ports. So Poland sent one single privateer into Constantinople. That is quite funny. Poland, what are you thinking? You do have 27 boats. Most of them are probably up here, but they've sent one trade ship down here. One light ship. I'm curious about this war. I have a royal marriage with you. No one would join the war. Blockade ports. It's basically the same thing as a fabricated trade justified trade conflict. Basically, yeah, exact same thing. Be pretty easy to win against them, but I don't really think we need to. So that's interesting. You can actually send privateers against your allies. We're not allies right now, but I mean, we're kind of allies. We could be allies. That's funny. Would it make sense for us to send our guys anywhere? 14 ducats over in the Venice node. I think after we get rid of the Ottomans, it'll make more sense. But right now, it makes sense to protect trade here. We're getting lots. .4 trade power. 9.3 from light ships. Is it just one light ship? I only saw one ship. There's got to be more than one. It can't be one ship providing that much trade power. 90 cavalry. Algiers, stop it! You really need to stop doing that. Hey, Georgia likes us. Fine. Tripoli could be converted. You cannot send a missionary to a province you do not control and own. That one would actually be fairly quick, assuming we had control of it. I mean, we're not talking 2 years quick, but fairly quick. So what happens if we just get them to 100%? Is this their land too? I think it is. We'll see, and I think they're down all the way to there as well. This is an opportunity to get them to 100% pretty easily. Assuming we can get to 100% while they've got peasant territory occupied. Well, the Noble Republic thing, I don't know. They haven't enforced demands, and this cavalry's down to 40. They're never going to get this. That is the extent of their territory. Yemen's got part of their land occupied, so we can't take all of it anyway. Repay all loans. Great. Okay, the peasants just disappeared. But eventually they should be able to enforce demands, right? Do we want them to change? You tell me. I don't know if we actually want them to change. Return cores? No. Revoke cores? We could just make them renounce tons of claims on all of our stuff. Gaining tons of prestige and really just crashing theirs down to the ground. On the other hand, releasing nations actually directly weakens them. It just doesn't give us any prestige. Well, I think because the core revocation's free for Diplo points, we go for that. And then an annulled treaty with Algiers would be nice. And then whatever spare war score we end up with. What are you doing, France? Go fight those ones then. Whatever war score we end up with that's left over, if we can get them up to like 90 or 100 or 99 or whatever, then yeah, I'll make them release some more nations. Oh, there we go. There's some serious pirates there now. Okay, our guy just died. We lost 1 stability. That sucks. We have a 215 air. 353. We're actually better than we were before, but the air is not quite as good. 215, but the military focus is nice. And it's a good balance between all of the diplomacy we've had for a while. Hate losing that stability, though. I need to not forget that that I have access to forced march. I'm very likely to do that. Just taking Damascus. There's only 3 more provinces left. Okay, alright, well I'm going to take a break here. I think we're going to have to do accept the demands of these rebels up here because I can't do anything about it. Well, I mean I can fight them, but we're not going to be able to convert this province for a long time anyway. So, yeah, I think we just accept their demands, lose some more prestige. I don't see any real drawback to doing that, really. It's either that or harsh treatment, and I don't want to do harsh treatment because we're behind on military tech now. 47% war score now. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.